Welcome, everyone.
Wait. Oh. Sorry, I didn't. Okay, now
we're good. All right, don't cut this shit out. Let's just keep going with this.
Okay.
Anyways, welcome to the Infernal Brotherhood of the Scruffy Looking Nerf Herders, Episode 3 review of Star Wars: The Resistance.
What?
Today we're discussing Fuel for the Fire.
Fuel for the Fire! That was my James Hetfield.
You do it better than me.
Great episode because we got to see another boy.
Yeah.
This was a dud for me. I don't know. What did you think?
This was just, it was god awful. Like, I just barely watched it. I already forgot most of it. It was that uneventful. And the end of the damn show, like, spoiler. Why the fuck are you listening to this if you haven't watched it yet?
Yeah.
But the very end, the big massive explosion that we're all hoping for. It happens, it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, it was a little wah-wah.
Yeah.
So the premise of this episode is Kaz meets some other kids who seem like they're hip and cool, but they're really just using him.
Dicks.
Yeah. And they convince him to go speeder bike racing instead of working over the ocean. They sort of fuck with Kaz's bike in order for him to be indebted to them for having saved their life, saved Kaz's life because of the broken bike. And then they call in that favor by asking them to sneak into Kaz's boss, Jarek Yeager's personal hangar in order to see his personal ship that no one knows about up until this point, except for these kids.
Except for everybody but Kaz.
Yeah, that's true. And so there's a little bit of like sneaking around a room. I think the best part of this is you got to learn a little bit of Jarek's history.
Yeah, that was cool. Again, like as we were alluding to in the first episode of this review series was that he was at the Battle of Jakku.
Hell yes.
So let's completely fucking screw up any sense of the timeline that we have.
I mean, he did look younger a lot younger actually, which I don't understand. Was that the Battle of Jakku was like 26, 28 years before this? Right? Wasn't it 30 years between episode 6 and 7?
Sure. I have no idea where this is taking place, so I will just say sure.
Yeah. But it was nice being able to see an old Republic pilot is now just a mechanic trying to live his life on this off-world fuel depot, the Colossus, which I thought was kind of interesting. Knowing that he comes from a heroic background, there's something that happened to make him turn away from the New Republic. And I'm assuming it's the loss of his family because the other photo in the slideshow was his family.
Yeah, that's pretty much on the nose. Like, oh, he's sad. He ran away because they're dead.
Yeah.
Or maybe, it might have just been a rough divorce. I mean, I'd probably run away too.
Yeah, that's true. He's like, you can't get my alimony, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm running a fireball team. I don't make any money. This is all for love. Yeah, so it seemed like the entire let's sneak into Jarek's personal hangar to see his personal vehicle was a ruse in order to steal the hyperfuel from Jarek, or that was a crime of opportunity. I can't tell which because it wasn't really clear to me.
It was just a crime of opportunity because the whole point was they wanted to just get a peek at his speeder bike race or whatever the hell it is. Because it's the fastest and he had never lost to anybody. So they wanted to find out what his secrets were. Because the whole time, like every time you see in their hangar, they're constantly doing new upgrades to their ship to make it lighter, faster, blah, blah, blah.
Mm-hmm. Stripping it apart. And
yeah. So it was there. It at least mentioned why they took it. But it was... So my favorite part, whole scenario, wasn't finding out about him being a war hero and all that shit. It was watching them creep around, like straight up like cartoon Scooby-Doo style, like creeping, like hands up and everything. It was
Totally was.
That was the only redeeming part of that episode for me.
Nice. This is where I started to like Bucket, because you got to see his sort of attitude a little bit.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, but that's sort of like on the nose. Like, that's what we expect from astromech droids now. Like, they all have to be snippy and shit. But yet they all have their memories wiped after every mission.
Yeah, after Chopper, I think we have to have, like, sass in our droids. Like, a lot of sass. And we definitely have it in Bucket, for better or worse. So the kids steal the hyperfuel, and the whole premise of the episode is getting the hyperfuel back before the kids blow themselves up, and learning that you can screw up and still be a good person. Like, that was right?
Yeah.
I feel like that was the G.I. Joe message at the end of the episode.
Yeah. and yet at the end, like, he saves his life, and then the kid's still just like, "Fuck you, dude."
Yeah. You haven't heard the last from me.
Like, I'm sorry.
All right.
Just let your dumbass blow up.
Yeah. Who are you, Cobra Kai? Like, are we gonna have to like fight this out or what? He really did set it up. So now he has a rival, a kid rival, in addition to the criminal rival. I don't know. I don't know. I feel like he already broke blew up his own speeder just so he could get a peek at someone else's vehicle,
I know,
which was
that just
weird.
Seems so just not cost effective.
Super high stakes.
Like, why wouldn't you just sell the fucking speeder and buy proper parts?
Don't make logic. Don't even try for logic at it.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
No.
Yeah, I think this is the weakest episode, as I mentioned before, and I hope this is just the bad of the bunch, the bad apple. I don't want the other episodes to be like this.
No, hopefully not, especially because this shit ain't gonna come cheap.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. So that's all I have. What are you looking forward to with future episodes after having seen this?
Future episodes, I really, really, really want to see the First Order interactions with the criminal underground. That's going to be the saving grace for me. It's not the main protagonist and all his crew and all that stuff. Like, that's the storyline that I want to see.
I genuinely hope we get to see interactions more of an actual spy capacity.
Yeah.
Like, his Scooby-Dooing around the Colossus in episode 2 was entertaining and all, but it was
entertaining for that episode.
Yeah.
If it becomes just that shit, oh god, that's gonna be horrible.
Yeah, I don't want to see so much time spent with him playing mechanic like we did in episode 3, because the point of this is that he's a spy. He's supposed to be posing as a mechanic, not actually doing, like, I don't want to see him turn in a fucking wrench all episode. Like, that was dumb.
Like episode 3.
Yeah, it's just a dumb episode. Anyway, I'm looking forward to episode 4. I've got hopes for the season, but I tell you what, if season 1 ends with many more episode 3s, I don't know that I'm going to hang in for season 2, to be honest.
I will probably.
Sucker!
Yeah, pretty much. It's like they already know that they've got the needle in my arm and I need another fix, so whatever. I'll keep coming back.
All right. Well, that's it for this episode, everyone. If you have any questions or comments, you can email us at theinfernalbrotherhood@gmail.com. And thank you guys for tuning in, and may the Force be with you.
Something dark side.
Princess Mimi.